Hello, welcome to Papa Nick's Music. I am, as always, your host, Papa Nick Lewis, and today is Plan B. I had originally planned to do another video today, but a combination of technical issues and some sad news has made me decide to go with Plan B, and of course, B stands for Bob. Today, July 18, 2024, Bob Newhart passed away. I'm a huge fan of Bob Newhart. He's one of my favorite comedians and one of my favorite comic actors. I think the world of Bob Newhart. A lot of what I think is funny can be traced directly to Bob Newhart's comedy. And I've been thinking about Bob Newhart a lot over the last few weeks because I've been toying with the idea of doing a couple of different videos that he would have featured in. But I've decided to go ahead and pluck those two things out. We're going to talk about them today. We're going to talk about Bob Newhart, one of our favorites here at Papa Nick's Music. First, one of the videos I've been thinking about doing is my favorite comedy albums. I've touched on a lot of music that is comic. Talked a lot about Neil Innes, for example. I've talked a lot about, I've mentioned Tom Lehrer a couple of times. And if I'm talking about my favorite comedians, oh yeah, I'm talking Bob Newhart. He's going to be in that top 10 easily. Top 5 easily. Probably going to be top 3. I mean, I really like Bob Newhart. And I have for years. And one of my favorite albums is The Button-Down Mind of Bob Newhart. I love it. If you like comedy, you need to have a copy of this album, if only for Abe Lincoln versus Madison Avenue. Oh my God, is that hilarious. The cruise of the USS Codfish is also good. His driving instructor bit is... I mean, this is a fantastic album. The Button-Down Mind Strikes Back, also fantastic. Bob Newhart was an excellent comedian. For my money, he was the best stand-up comedian of the 60s. There are people out there who would say, no, that would be Lenny Bruce. I've been iffy on Lenny. No, that would be Mort Saul. Yeah, I like Mort Saul. But no, the funniest comedian of the 60s, Bob Newhart. I love this album. One of the other videos that I've thought about doing is my favorite TV theme songs. It used to be back in my day, when you couldn't just press that skip intro button when you were streaming, you had to sit through that theme song. And shows actually had theme songs. And one of the best theme songs, of course, is the theme to, there we go, The Bob Newhart Show. And yes, I've got the complete series here. A good TV theme song, I would argue, establishes the mood of the comedy, or of the show. This one was a comedy, but it establishes the mood of the show, and it announces that the show is starting now, right? And this theme does both of those. It's got that nice brassy fanfare sound to it. The music itself doesn't have anything to do with the show. There's no lyrics to it. It doesn't set the exposition of the show the way, say, the theme to Gilligan's Island or the Brady Bunch does. But the video montage that plays under the theme while the credits are going, early series, it's Bob leaving work and going home. Later series, it's Bob in the morning getting up at home and going to work. But in both cases, we're establishing that this is a comedy that is going to do both. We're going to have the home life and the work life. And the Bob Newhart Show is, I would argue, one of the best sitcoms American television has ever produced. It's definitely in that top 10. And yes, I'm working on a top 10 sitcoms of all time. Bob Newhart Show is definitely in that list. And it's just a wonderful, wonderful, catchy little tune. I love it. I love everything about this show. I love everything about Bob Newhart. Great respect for the man. there are not very many comedians that have that kind of primal impact on my life. As much as I love comedy, I tend to like a bunch of comedians mildly. There are very few that I just adore. I adore Bob Newhart. I was very saddened today to learn that he had passed. I was not horribly surprised. The man was 94, for crying out loud. But I'm still sad to see him go. But then again, my life is better for having known of him and for having been a fan of his. So today we are saluting Bob Newhart. Thank you, sir, for all the memories. Thank you for the wonderful comedy. Thank you for the wonderful television show. And that's our episode this week. Do you also like Bob Newhart? Drop that note down below. I always love hearing from you. What other TV theme songs do you like? Drop that note down below. I am working on that video, by the way. What other comedy albums do you like? Drop those notes down below. If you enjoyed the video today, I'd appreciate it if you'd click the like button. If you do click the like button, go ahead and click the subscribe button as well. You might as well. It's free. Means absolutely nothing to you and the world to me, so I appreciate it. If you do subscribe, go ahead and click the bell for notification. The YouTube folks like that, so on their behalf, thank you. And again, I hope that you're having a good day, and I hope that the rest of your day is playful. See you soon.